And I can't wait so we can break apart. To hear me if I seem a little unimpressed with this, an antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't.
Hello everyone and welcome to my new Road to Full Pokedex episode. And if you watched the first episode, you realize that was like 1 month ago. And unfortunately I was on vacation, maybe fortunately, but unfortunately I couldn't edit or upload any video on YouTube, so I've decided to collect all the clips over this 1 month and make a huge special episode which you're going to watch right now. In this episode we're going to involve thousands of Pokemons, receive new Pokedex entries, and as well hatch some great eggs. A few insane 10km eggs are in it as well, and we are going to have some bad luck as well. But all about that in this episode. Have fun everyone and enjoy it. So whenever we arrived at the airport, I start collecting the eggs and as well hatching them. And whenever I arrived at my home, we already hatched the first eggs. I think all 3 of them we're going to open now are 2km eggs. There we go, 139 Magikarp. Not too bad to be honest if it has high fall. Then we got an Gyarados, which is quite nice as well for a 2km egg, especially if you got all the other ones. And then we got another one to open, and that was a Gyarados as well, which is quite nice to be honest. So yeah, after a few days collecting some Pokemons, we are obviously starting to involve them as well to get some new Pokedex entries. And there we go, that was an involve of an Ekant into an Arbok, I think, which was a new Pokemon for me, and I think that was a quite strong snake. There we go, 1k CP. And after that we are as well involving Gyarados into an Graveler, I think. I'm not really sure about the EFAL, I just wanted the EFAL, which isn't really good to be honest. You should always check the EFAL before involving something. But to be honest, I didn't care too much about it. I had 25 candies and I just involved it into 803 Graveler. So after that, that was one of the Pokemons which were overflooded there. We had so many Magnemites and as well Volt Bolts. So that was Magnemite into an... I don't even know the name of that with the 3 Magnemites, but it's a really good Pokemon, especially against water Pokemons, and there are so many water Pokemons. And there we go, Magneton, beautiful. So after that, a Rhyhorn into a Rhydon. That is a quite nice evolution as well. The Rhydon looks like a bit like the Nidoking and Nidoqueen, I think, but it's quite strong. I think mine received Earthquake with 100, which is so powerful. There we go. And 1.3k CP. And the last evolution for that day was the Voltorb evolution, which is nothing special. I think at the end of my vacation I involved it 20 times or 15 times, something like that, which is quite insane. But as well, there we go, I would just show it for the first time. That looks quite cool to be honest. Alright boys, so on that evening as well we hatched another egg, and as you can see or maybe imagine, that is probably going to be a good egg. And there we go, it was a 2k egg and we received a Squirtle, which is pretty much beautiful. And I've checked the EFAL and I think that was quite high, so I've decided to go and power it up once and involve it. I mean, it doesn't matter if you power it up before or later, but I prefer to power it up before. And I think we're going to do that now, and after that involve it. But let's see, 570 CP right now, and let's go and involve it. I was really hoping to receive a 900 plus Wartortle, and I luckily received one with, I think it was 910. I'm not 100% sure. We will see it in a second. And how much are you, my friend? That was a new Pokemon, a Pokedex entry as well, which is really great. As you can see there, the 901 Warrior Turtle, which is beautiful. And as you can see, starters are quite rare. I haven't received any money yet, but anyways, yeah, that was quite cool involved as well. We're just with an Aqua Jet, unfortunately, but whatever, we got the Wartortle. One day later, we finally found our first Charmander with 257 CP. And I thought, let's go and try it out with a Great Ball. I mean, it's just 256, and that was just dumb, to be honest. And I was scared to lose it. I mean, it's a new Pokedex entry, so we definitely need to go and catch it. So I've decided to go and use an Ultra Ball on it. And let's see if I'm going to catch it. One tick, second tick, and there we go, baby. We got it, the first Charmander in our collection, which was really nice. And as well, we got a new Pokemon XP drop, and as well the new Pokemon Pokedex entry as well. Alright, a few days later, we finally continued involving some Pokemons. I golden into a Seaking, and as well we received and collected 400 Magikarp candies. And all of you can imagine what we're going to involve very soon. And yeah, the first involve was the golden into a Seaking. Was quite cool as well. I already had it. But I mean, why not? It was definitely a better one, 1.2k, even though it had a really bad attack. But whatever. The next one is I think the Horsia. Yeah, that was the Horsia into a Seadra, which was quite cool as well. I didn't have a Seadra before. And finally, we could involve it into one, which is a really cool Pokemon. It looks really cool, to be honest. And that was as well a new Pokedex entry. Was really nice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to involve our Magikarp into a Gyarados. I know it has only 146 CP, but for my level it's quite good. I couldn't manage to find a better one. They were all between 120, 130, and then luckily found this 146. And you know what? I was so excited. I thought, fuck it, we're just going to involve it. I mean, we can collect another 400 Magikarp in the future. And there we go. The first ever Gyarados. I was so happy. 1.5k CP. And luckily, we received Dragon Pulse. Obviously, we could receive a Hydro Pump, which would be perfect. But I was so happy with the Dragon Pulse as well. And the last one for that day was the Shoulder Envolve into a Cloyster, I think, which is a quite cool Pokemon as well. I didn't have it either then, and it's a quite good looking Pokemon as well. There we go. It's looking really beautiful, and luckily I received a Hydra Pump on it, but that doesn't matter too much. It's a new Pokemon Index, and that's what I'm talking about. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we finally managed to collect 2 10km eggs and open them. There we go. We received an Eevee. Alright, I guess that sucks a bit. But the good thing is we could finally involve it as well. And I think that was a quite high EFO as well. So we decided to get that into an Flareon. And we need to change the name into a Pyro. I think that works once each account or each level. I'm not sure about that, but nonetheless we involved that into a Flareon, and let's go and involve it. So the multiplicator for the Flareon isn't as high as for the Vaporeon, but it's a new Pokemon Index as well. And if you are in a region where there are a lot of grass Pokemons, you definitely need some fire Pokemon as well. And there we go. It looks so cute, to be honest. It's my favorite one of the Eevees, even though if it doesn't have the high CP. But we received it with an Heat Wave, and as well an Amber with an XS, which is a really strong Flareon, to be honest. And I was really happy about that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that was the second 10km egg. And get ready. That was my second Snorlax. Please feel free to roast me in the comments. I received of 5 10km eggs, 2 Snorlax, actually only 4 eggs. I received 2 Snorlax, 1 Eevee and 1 Onix, and I've decided to go and power it up as well, just to have 2 2k Snorlax, and it both have Hyper Beam, which is quite good, I think, but that one is XL. I prefer the XS ones because they're attacking way faster and it looks way better than that. But nevertheless, both are really strong and I both really like them. And we got them both up to 2k CP, and they're both leading my Poke squad. And as well on that evening as well, we finally collected 50 Ponyta candies. And we finally could involve our 800 something Ponyta into our Rapidash, which is a new Pokedex entry as well for me. So that was quite cool. There we go, a lovely horse. And I definitely prefer the Ponyta over the Rapidash. I don't know why, but we received it, new Pokedex entry. And as well, it had, I think, 1.2k CP. Alright boys, so a few days later, we finally managed to collect some more Pokemons and evolve new Pokemon. So there we go. We powered up the beautiful Seal and we evolved it into a Dugong. And that was a Pokemon I was really looking forward as well. I was always finding a few Seal all over the place. But it was like the Ponyta. They weren't all the time there, so I was really happy to go and evolve that. And another new Pokemon entry, 1.2k by the way. So the last Envolve for that day was the Mew, which was quite cool Envolve as well. So the Mew into a Persian, I think, and that is a cat. There we go, looks really lovely as well. And the multiplicator isn't really high for that one, but as well we're just looking for the Pokedex entry since we're doing our Road to Full Pokedex series. And there we go, 953 CP, which isn't too bad to be honest. And then ladies and gentlemen, one evening later I think, we found our wild Raichu, which is insane to be honest. I think I had like 2 or 3 Pikachus in my entire game time, and then I freaking found our Raichu wild on the street. And I'm not going to bother you with all those throws here. I think I've wasted all my boasts. I think 18 times I tried to catch it with Himli, with the raspberries and as well the Ultra Balls. And after those 18 catches, we finally catched it. And that was one of the toughest catches so far, I think. But we luckily got it in the end. I would be really pissed if after 18 tries not catching it. But we got it, new Pokedex entry as well, and I was really happy about that catch as well. A few days later as well, our Bellsprouts evolved into Weepinbell, and that was a quite cool evolve as well, because it was like 600 something I think the first time I evolved it, and it got into thing 1000 Weepinbell, which is quite good. So the next Envolve is going to be a really strong one, and I'm really looking forward to that. And the last Envolve for that day was Kokuna into Beedrill, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't have it, and I think that was a quite cool Envolve as well. There we go, a new Pokedex entry as well. And then ladies and gentlemen, I was back at the airport. I was at 2 lure spots. And after catching this Gyarados here, I didn't expect anything special, and there we go. That was a freaking Aerodactyl. I took a screenshot right away, and as well, I made another screenshot here. I was so freaking excited, but I've made a video about that already, just about this Pokemon clip here, and I used the Raspberry Ultra Ball. He dodged it once. I've decided to throw another one on his face. It wasn't a nice or great or anything. I was just hoping to catch that thing. 2 ticks. I was so excited, and it ran away. I was so pissed after that. But I mean, it wasn't a great throw or anything, so I could expect it a bit. Luckily, a few days later, we managed to collect 50 Growlite candies and evolve that little bad boy into an Arcanine, which is probably my most favorite Pokemon, but I'm not really sure about that. Probably one of the favorite Pokemons, but nevertheless, we evolved it, and it was definitely a new Pokedex entry, which was really great. But unfortunately, we received the worst attack we could ever receive. It was the freaking Bulldoze. I was really pissed about that. But nevertheless, 1.7 KCP, which was really great. And the last thing I want to show you for this month was our wild Charmeleon we found. And obviously, my luck with the wild Pokemon is pretty much shit. I've tried to use Raspberry Ultra Ball, and it was a nice a nice throw. There we go. And after 2 ticks, I was sure I would catch it, and then it ran away. Rest in peace. So that's it for my second episode, Road to Full Pokedex. That is the clip with the Snorlax. Once again, I was so hyped about it. So in the end, 2 Snorlax, 1 Gyarados, and 100,000 Envolves. I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode is going to be uploaded very soon as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next days with a new video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and peace, Reno.